Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Brandon here for Combat Sports UK. I am delighted today to be joined by Eoin the Sheriff Sheridan, who makes his PFL debut just next weekend. Eoin, thank you very much for coming on. What's the crack, my friend?
Thanks for having me. All good with me, yeah, not bad.
Happy days, happy days. I've done a bit of research before this, and I was looking at the tallest pro MMA welterweights, right? Are you ready for this? There's a lot in around that 6'3" mark. You've guys like Neil Magny, Ian Garry, Kevin Holland, Matt Dyer, a former UFC fighter, 6'4". There's one current UFC fighter, Trey Waters, who's 6'5" in the welterweight division, and alongside him, there's yourself. I think you two are the tallest current pro MMA welterweights. How does that feel?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't know there was another 6'5" fella, but there you go. I thought I was the only one.
You're one of two, mate. You're one of two. I thought that was a mad stat. Obviously, you made your first pro fight last September, built up some momentum around it. But since then, can you kind of talk us through what's happened over the past year? You seem to be one of the most avoided fighters or welterweights in the whole of Europe at the moment. Loads of fights falling through. Can you kind of talk us through what's happened since last September, since your last fight?
I suppose in that fight it was pretty decisive, and I've been ducked for quite a bit since then. I was due to fight in October on APFC. My management company, actually Showtime, with them, but the guy pulled out a week before it, so obviously I'd already done a lot of the weight cutting on, so I wasn't happy about that at all, but went over anyway, and just kind of cornered my friend then. But that would have been October. Struggled to get matched then, November, December. Then obviously the flip of the year. I was trying to get matched then in March. That fell through on Cage Legacy and Irish Promotion. Then, I finally got matched to fight a lad over in Europe somewhere. And then next of all, I broke my ankle more or less. So that put me out for a couple of months then, a few months even. So that was just unlucky. It happened pretty much out of nowhere on a back step. So when I was training, unfortunately then, obviously the recovery time for that took a while, get back in the feet. And then, I was trying to get matched again. So I think I've had 9 opponents. This is my 9th opponent now since July. So it's about time someone has stepped up and I get the opportunity to go in and show what I can do, you know.
That is a crazy amount of opponents pulling out. Why do you think this is? Is it coincidental? Are they scared of you? Why is it, Eoin?
It's probably a bit of both, I'd say, to be honest. In fairness, like a lot of them say yes, then they come back and then they say no. I think they're like, yeah, let's go, and then they look into me a bit and then they're like, nah, fuck that. So it's been fun, but look, to be honest, bro, I'm just very happy now that I've signed a multi-fight contract with PFL. And things are looking up now, and they're going to keep me active. So that's really all I wanted, and I'm happy that I have that now. So,
yeah, for sure, there'll be a vast amount of opponents for you in the PFL for sure. Does it deflate you at all when obviously fighting is your living, it's what you want to do, and you're struggling to get in there and get to do the thing that you love? Does it deflate you at all? Is it hard to stay motivated at all times when this does keep happening to you?
Yeah, to be honest. Like, there was times I didn't even want to continue with the sport, to be honest, because, you're training for weeks on end and then, twice a day, you're trying to diet, you're avoiding, going to this, that, the other. And then next of all, then the chap is either just pulling out or just not accepting the fight. There was a series of promotions, like I won't go listing them all off, but there was a number of different promotions. Showtime, I'll tell you. Like, they were just sending me different guys every week. I was just saying, yeah. Like, I got to a stage I wasn't even looking at them. I was just saying, yeah. And then next of all, they come back and say, no. So, it was just getting annoying, obviously. And then, summer came around, went away a couple of times, and I kind of just reset myself then when I came back. I remember I was sparring with Kiefer Crosby's in the UFC now, one of the only Irish lads in the UFC at the minute. But I was doing them rounds and I was kind of telling him about how these lads kept pulling out, and I was thinking, geez, like, I hope I get this bigger show. So I'm glad that it did come around then in the end, you know.
For sure, for sure. Your opponent for this one, Bryce Belghazi, is kind of in a similar scenario where he is also one of the most avoided fighters, or the most avoided welterweights in Europe. So it's kind of a nice coming together that you are both fighting each other. How much do you know about him? Because obviously when you're accepting opponents, you couldn't have watched a massive amount of tape. You're probably sick of watching tape on opponents that maybe pull out. So how much kind of focus have you put on Bryce Belghazi? How much tape have you watched on him?
To be honest, I haven't really watched too much. Like, in fairness, I think I've seen a couple of fights he's had, and he's finished both of them. So, you know, like, both of them are quite short fights. There's not really a lot to watch. So, again, I don't really know too much about him, but I know he's not going to be able for me. That's what I do know. Again, he's gonna feel the level I'm at first round in there. So we'll see how he gets on.
And of course, you're going into his backyard here. He is a French guy, and you're going into Lyon. They fight him. Does that change your mindset at all? Are you looking forward to the fact you're going to go in there as the villain? You're going to be trying to silence the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. The villain. No, I like that. I like the idea. In fairness, like, fair play to him. He accepted the fight. He's game. He's ready to go. I'm sure he's had a frustrating road as well. So at least we both get to have a good battle. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. And obviously, as you said, going into France, yeah, there might be getting a few boos, but I'll turn them into my fans by the end of the fight.
I kind of wanted to go back to the start of your career. You come from more predominantly kickboxing background, training MMA in SBG under guys like Kavanagh, as you said, Kiefer Crosby, and so many big names in there. How has that kind of propelled your career, being surrounded in an environment like SBG Ireland, where there's so many killers and so many top coaches in that gym?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've been surrounded by world-class fighters for years now. So, like, although I'm early pro, I'm definitely far more advanced than that, you know. I've trained with, like, top-level fighters in each promotion, whether it's PFL, UFC, and beyond that. So yeah, it's been great to have such high level fighters around me that have helped bring me on in all areas of the game. Obviously, in today's world, you need to be great everywhere. You can't just be good at one thing. Even two things isn't going to cut it. You have to be the full package. So yeah, I've been lucky to have them lads. And again, I've competed in the IMAF, and I've got a lot of great experience from there against top guys as well. So yeah, it's been good.
When did you make that kind of transition from kickboxing to MMA?
To be honest, I had the same problems in MMA in Ireland. It's mad. Like, I've actually never had an MMA fight in Ireland. I could never get matched, and I fought at a pretty high level in kickboxing. I'm actually Irish kickboxing champion, amateur and professional. So, like, I was very well known, I suppose, on the Irish circuit. So couldn't really get opponents. Similar kind of thing. Like, they kept falling through, not going ahead. Like, eventually, what happened was, sorry, you can still see me there, yeah?
Yeah, I can see now, yeah.
Yeah, basically, I went to a trial for the Irish MMA team, and I ended up finishing two fellas, and they put me straight on the team. So my first...
was this before you done any MMA, no grappling?
No, to be honest, I've been grappling for years, just kind of on the side. Right. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a long time, like, as well, I just kind of always was competing more on kickboxing, but... No, I'd be a very well-rounded fighter now at this stage. I have a purple belt about 2.5 years now, so hopefully the old brown belt's in the post, It'll
be on his way, I'm sure. You kind of mentioned there some of the top names that you've trained with. One that I seen popping up on your Instagram was John the Bones Jones out in Thailand. I've seen clips of that seminar before. I never realised you were at it, but I've seen clips of him showing the elbows in that seminar. Yeah. What was that experience like, learning from someone like him?
It was savage, man. It was deadly. Like, when I saw that he was taking the class, I knew I had to be there because, like, we're very similar kind of body types, although he's heavier, just long and range and all the rest. So, yeah, and obviously he's just one of my favourite fighters, obviously, just from what he's done. So, yeah, I made sure to get to it. And I suppose I was lucky enough for he picked me out from the crowd. It must have been the best looking there. I don't really know. But, yeah, anyway, he picked me out. And, yeah, he was drilling elbows on me. He hit me in his knee in the chest. I felt that one. So yeah, it was deadly, man. He showed me a few nice tricks, and yeah, just one of those experiences that like you couldn't get anywhere else.
Yeah, them photos were sick. They were really, really cool. I
Class.
kind of want they look a bit more into the future here. Obviously, you've got the big fight ahead of you next Saturday, your PFL debut, and this could be the start of something brilliant for you. But looking further down the line, what do you want to achieve in this sport? Is it world titles? Is it money? What is your end goal here?
Yeah, of course, I want to go into the tournaments now. I'm in PFL. I'm aiming at the European title. That's definitely what I would like to work towards. We can talk about the world then once I achieve that. But definitely, you know, whoever Dan and the lads put in front of me, I'm going to fight them. And it's kind of been the story of my career. I've always just said yes to whoever. I've fought some very tough lads over the years. I haven't had an easy run. And this will be no different, you know, I'd imagine. So, yeah, whoever they put in, I'm going to do it. And of course, I'm striving for titles, and money is just as important to me. So, yeah, that's the goal.
I love it, mate. I love it. I wanted to do some quick fire questions, and then I've got one more slightly deeper one, and then that will be us finished. First quick fire question: dream fight location?
Oh, well, I've done a fair bit of traveling in my days. So, you know, maybe the Caribbean, somewhere exotic.
That is a mad one. I've never heard that answer before. Never heard that answer.
I've
I
been
love that
everywhere,
one.
to be honest. Maybe Miami, actually. Yeah, I'd like Miami or the Caribbean, somewhere like that.
That would be sick.
I've
Favorite
been
sparring
out
partner?
as well, but sure.
Your favorite sparring partner?
Oh, no comment. I have a few people unhappy with that one.
Sub or KO?
KO.
KO. The best fighter you've trained with?
I've trained with a lot of great fighters, so again, no comment.
Your fellow Irish welterweight Ian Garry, of course, he's taking on Shavkat Rakhmonov this weekend. I kind of wanted to ask your opinion on that. How do you see Ian doing in this fight?
Yeah, I think he's done very well so far. Like he's fought very well. He's good, tall, long, good kickboxer. So yeah, if he keeps his distance, I think it can go well for him. Again, you know, they're very high level grapplers, so it's probably in their favour. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a good fight.
Is there any specific fighters that you do kind of look up to and you have throughout your career as, you know, like an inspiration, like a blueprint that you want to follow?
I don't look at any particular fighter. As I said, like in SBG, there's a lot of lads doing great things, you know, in all different promotions. So kind of take a bit of inspiration from everybody. No one in particular comes to mind right now, but sure. Yeah, all my teammates really.
Yeah, cool. Right, I've got one more slightly deeper one. Why do you fight? I get loads of different answers for this. People say they create legacy. They say they were just born for it. But what's your reason for fighting as a job?
What is my reason? I don't know, to be honest. I'm starting to think I made the wrong decision sometimes, but no, it's starting to come around a little bit. Yeah, I suppose like you only live once, don't you? So get out and get after it, and make a name for yourself, have a legacy to look back on. And yeah, when it's all said and done, at least you have a few stories to tell on the bar still.
Class. What does this next week look like for you then? Obviously, we're 10 days out, I think.
Yeah, so the fight's Saturday week, yeah. So yeah, just about 10 days now. Oh yeah, just getting through the last week of tough training. Kind of tapered it down to about one a day now. Kind of one and then maybe a lighter one as well. So once I get to Sunday, that'll probably be my last session, and then yeah, fly off on Monday over to France. So yeah, won't be doing much next week. Just kind of staying loose, staying light, and just kind of tipping around, trying to get on weight.
Are you looking forward to kind of experiencing what a fight week with a major promotion like the PFL is like? Because obviously there's a lot of media obligations and different things that go on.
Yeah, no, that'd be savage, man. Like I hear they're meant to be real good. So looking forward to the media week and getting to get chatting to the people over there as well and kind of seeing the setup, seeing what everything's like. But yeah, no, it's an exciting time, bro. As I said, I've been waiting to get on the big stage for quite some time, and there's been other names like in the past, like other promotions, and there's been a bit back and forth, but like definitely I want the PFL for quite some time, so I'm buzzing to get in, obviously to fight, but just to kind of progress through the organisation.
Cool. We'll leave it at that, Eoin. Obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing you in there next Saturday, making your PFL debut. It seems like it's been a long time coming for you, so I'm buzzing to see you in there, my friend.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I'll put on a show for sure. Don't worry about that.
Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.